Good afternoon, YouTubers. Hey, this article that I want to share with you today is from the King World News, and it involves the opinions of Richard Russell, who's a 90-year-old economist, a gold and silver trader, and the title of the article is "I haven't seen anything like this in 65 years of dealing with the markets." And today, I would categorize this under the topic of stock market crash news. You know, there's going to be another incredible adjustment in the markets. It's just a matter of time. All of this quote unquote recovery is all manufactured, stimulated with money that they've just pumped into the system. And I think that this man is referred to as the godfather of newsletter writers, and he warns us that there's coming a great chaos. And here's what he has to say. Let's be honest and say flat out that the world and the U.S. are choking on debt. The only thing worse than unmanageable debt is debt that is compounding. The U.S. debt, which can be measured in the trillions, is compounding at a low rate thanks to the Fed's ZERP policy. And if the Fed rates raise, U.S. debt will compound at a higher rate, which will raise the total U.S. debt by hundreds of billions of dollars. Now, we are in debt to the tune of trillions. And if you're wondering what this has to do with a future stock market crash, it simply is this. I'm going to give you a little illustration. People throw around the term trillion free and easy, and yet very few people understand what $1 trillion is. I just want to give you an example I think is pretty astounding. The day that Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem, being God, he could do miraculous things. And let's just pretend that he opened a checking account the day of his birth and put $1 million, let's just call it a savings account. He put $1 million in his savings account. And being God and his inestimable wealth, you know, he puts $1 million in that savings account every day. He has been doing it every day from his birth to this present moment. Do you know that he still would not have $1 trillion in the bank? I hope you grasp just how astounding that number is. He still would not have $1 trillion in the bank after 2,000 years of daily $1 million deposits. The U.S. government is in debt. You know, it depends on whether you're counting Social Security, Medicare, some of those things, anywhere from 18 trillion to 118 trillion. It just depends on who you talk to. And Russell says his strategy is this. Now, he said to buy as much gold and silver as you possibly can, because gold and silver is real wealth. It's not a symbol of wealth. It doesn't represent wealth. It is wealth. And he says when this whole thing crashes, when the news hits that the stock market has crashed, he's going to wait toward the bottom of that bear market, and he says he's going to invest in 3 stocks: Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, and Costco. That's his strategy. He said that the word of the day for the U.S. economy is the word debt. And it's how we manage this debt, in his opinion, over the next 20 to 50 years is going to determine where we end up in the story of nations. Really something to think about, but I think we've got a lot more to worry about than what happens in the next 20 to 50 years. I think we need to be worrying about the next 20 months. In the description box of this video, there is a link to a free video. I encourage you to request it and it explains why the next 18 months are so critical to the United States. What the church and Obama don't want you to know about what the Bible says is going to happen to the United States in the next 18 months. And I hope that you will request it. I think you'll be enlightened. Just some more food for thought as we continue to surf the apocalypse. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching.